Okay, so surprise behind the ships, which is a surprise to nobody. This has been leaked like for weeks. At least a week I've known what the ship was just from some idiot typing in my Twitch chat, not reading the rules of please no leaks. But there's a new Asperia Prowler, and for weeks people were saying that this was going to be there was going to be a variant of the Prowler or whatever, right? And this is called the Asperia Prowler Utility. And all I know about it is it's a cargo ship, I think. But other than that, I don't know anything like how much cargo or anything like that. But it's not a big ship, so okay, I don't get it. Gunship I would have done over a cargo ship, but okay, here we go.
The Prowler Utility is a brand new dedicated cargo ship with enhanced stealth abilities.
It trades some of its combat capabilities for more industrial uses.
If you don't want to get detected doing your cargo runs, this is the perfect ship.
This ship is for someone who...
Is this on Urkel yet? Let's see. Stealth cargo ship sounds nice. I agree. It literally does sound nice. Not there. The default Prowler, its cross-section is 9.2K. Just keep that in mind. If that doesn't change, which theoretically it wouldn't, there's nothing stealthy about it, right? So the only other thing it would do is have lower signature, and on Urkel, the Prowler already has, as you can probably see here, minus 65% on all of its signature except for CS, which is 45. This is on live. On the PTU, let's take a little peek. Is there a new Prowler? Prowler Utility, there it is. It has less... It's less good than live! It's less good than live! All right. Like, what? Sorry, I'm confused, but sure.
Who wants to do cargo, who wants to remain stealthy, and who wants...
I got news for you. If you have a 10K cross-section, you are not stealthy.
to look what? Sick doing it.
You do look sick doing it, though. I won't.
The Prowler Utility is different from the baseline Prowler.
Because we had to carve out extra space for the new cargo, that meant that the belly section of the ship had to increase in size just a tiny bit.
It also had...
Don't forget that 10K gets reduced by 38%. Okay, the other one was 9K and was reduced by 47 or something. What are you talking about?
It's a ventral size 2 remote tractor beam, which can be accessed from the pilot or co-pilot seat.
And that'll allow you to move cargo freely in and out of the ship. The base version of the ship has these feathers on the wings,
I like the angle with the cargo.
Get deployed down when you land, but those are no longer really needed since the functionality is slightly different. And so what we've done now is when you land with this ship, those feathers get tucked up, giving you more space to actually move cargo around the ship freely.
Okay.
It features 2 size 4 guns under the wings instead of the...
Also, yeah, I was a little focused on the CS conversation. Where is the tractor beam? Sorry.
Remote tractor beam, which can be accessed from the pilot or co-pilot seat.
And that'll allow you to move cargo freely in and out of the ship. The base version...
That looks like it's where you would want it, right?
2 size 4 guns under the wings instead of the original 2 size 5 guns, while retaining the remote turret on top with the 2 size 3 weapons.
2 size 4, 2 size 3. Maybe the pilot will get these size 3s as well. So again, another potential like PvE ship where you pull the cargo off with it. I gotta say, that was an 8 SCU box, right? Does this thing only have 32 SCU of cargo?
As the Prowler utility is a variant of the Prowler, rather than a standalone chassis, it gets to share all the cool paints between both versions.
Yeah.
And existing Prowler owners, of course, get to benefit from all the new paints that come with the launch of this vehicle.
We've updated the lighting quite a bit in order to...
I like the paints. That was some salesman stuff. And when it comes to paints, outside of having a proper paint system, which they should have done about 37 years ago, sell away, boys. Sell away. It has no effect on the game whatsoever, and I'm all for it.
To sort of just give a little bit more feedback to the player, we've chosen to really lean into sort of the red lighting that we've been doing on the interior of the Prowler in general, and push that to the exterior. And so if you're coming down above someone, you just look like this incredibly aggressive silhouette with red lights flashing everywhere.
Artist, bro.
I think it looks awesome.
Compared to the base Prowler, we have stripped out the lower interior
by removing the main section of drop seats and replacing that with a 32 SCU cargo hold.
and added a sort of clamshell door opening on the undersides to allow easy access to the cargo bay.
It essentially looks like a face hugger, but it face hugs your cargo.
It's cool.
There's a new engineering room on the upper deck, which is previously where a component closet was, and it retains 3 of the 4 jump seats up front in the co-pilot foyer and replaces one of those drop seats with a storage rack for handheld cargo boxes.
Yeah, I saw somebody in chat complaining there was no bed, and I was like, well, maybe there was no room for the bed. Hello? Cargo haulers probably are the type that would want to live on their ships. So I think that would have been the opportunity for a bed there and kitchen and that kind of stuff. But since it's an alien ship, yeah, I don't know. But I mean, there's other alien ships that do have beds. Yeah, maybe it's a Tavaran thing. I don't know.
I'm super happy with how it turned out, and I'm
It's
excited
beautiful.
to see the feedback from players and how they end up using it in the game.
We wanted to try and come up with an arrangement of the cargo hold and the tractor beam in such a way that you could potentially swoop in and grab cargo that maybe necessarily doesn't belong to you. My dream would be to just see a bunch of people stealing other people's cargo with this thing in the dead of night and just flying off into the distance without ever landing, which would be super sick.
I mean, that's cool. Sure.
I'm just super excited that we get to launch a more accessible version
It's just 32 SCU, so there's not much to take.
of the Prowler, which I think is a fan favorite visually, but it's just
Yeah, and we could do that with a number of other ships now, so okay.
never had its time in the verse. So hope to see lots of these flying around now.
I'm sure you do. You took a ship you've already made, changed a few things on the inside, and it's another $300. All right. I don't know. Like, what do you think? I have no feelings towards ships that are less than 100 SCU in cargo capacity. Right? Like, it's I really haven't seen. Well, now I'm assuming that can hold only 4 mining bags, right? So it's not even really a good mining related ship. Cargo, I've not quite seen a reason yet in the game for the smaller ships to exist. You can start out with a couple of small missions, but you quickly find yourself outgrowing that in the game. Drug runner, maybe. I think drug running has been revitalized in either 4.2 or 4.1.1. So yeah, I've never. It's not even about like I see Silo saying Twitch chat hates it because it's not a new meta ship. Like I don't see a use for it, right? Do the Atlas chassis fit on the 32 grid? Probably. I think they're an 8 SU size. But yeah, I'm trying to find ideas and reasons behind cargo ships under 100 SU. Like I totally understand doing larger cargo missions or a number of smaller cargo missions, and it's kind of worth your time in comparison to other gameplay. And yeah, outside of that, I don't know, but this feels like a, you know, kind of toss it in the trash thing for right now. So I'm a little lost. Logi ship for fleet combat. Well, in the end, let's see what they truly mean by stealth, right? Let's see what that actually ends up meaning. Because in the long run, the people who mention like drug running, maybe it's not just stealth from other players seeing you. Maybe it's really effective against NPC AI that might scan your cargo, right? Something like that. There might be something one day, but I'm trying to understand not just the game that's here today, but the direction that they're going with the game. And I've never really seen a viable reason to not throw one of these ships in the trash and never use it again, and use it as a stepping stone when it has less than 100 SU of cargo, right? Because all of those ships can still hold a smaller amount of cargo, and a lot of them do it in a way that's more efficient and better than others. Think the SRV, or not the SRV. Oh my God, the Argo. Oh my God, why is it the Raft? Excuse me, the Hull A, other ships, right? Like a lot of ships do it really effectively, but they hold more cargo. So it's kind of just like, I want to love it. That's what I'm sitting here doing because it's beautiful. It's cool. It's got a really good spot for a tractor beam. But yeah, let's take a quick peek at the ship page then. The actual sale page. And then there's a Q&A as well. Advanced hauling, like that's the part. It's just like they don't. I just don't think they quite understand their video games sometimes, right? Take a look at some of the paints. It's the standard. Let me zoom out a little because things look weird. There we go. That's Torchbearer. Very cool. Sandy version. And like a silvery one. The orange one's cool. I feel like the older paints were better. So this is $275 for 32 SU of cargo. This thing, you better not be able to see it on your radar. Like it's going to be the best dogfighting ship. At $275, it better be the best dogfighting ship in the world because you literally can't lock onto it at that price. The alien tax is real. I don't see it, right? $300 for store credit. I don't get it personally. Don't worry, the whales will be swiping. I mean, let them. I'm going to stand pretty pat on the fact that like you've sold 1 billion ships already. Selling another one's not going to change anything. But it's when they do like omega powerful stuff is when it's like really problematic. This isn't. I just, when I complain about things like this, I would love if they found ways to make this useful in some scenario, right? but another ship would be useful in another scenario. And then you find yourself as a cargo hauler being like, all right, I feel like doing drug trading today, so I'm going to take this thing out, right? That would be really cool. So yeah, that's my thought process behind it. It's not that I don't want them to sell anything good. It's not that I don't want them to sell anything at all. I just think when you make ships viable in like more niche areas, then you don't end up literally getting rid of your ships, right? Because what a ship like this is and looks like is a stepping stone to something else. And I don't think that makes any sense. I think you can argue a lot of things about EVE Online not being good. Something that EVE Online does fantastically well that has no bearing on economy, no bearing on PvP, no toxicity, nothing. It straight up gives certain statistics to certain ships that make them usable. Almost every ship has a purpose in that game, in that universe. And Star Citizen, almost every ship is a stepping stone to the expensive ones. And that's one of the things I think CIG really needs to dial in. And they totally can do this long term, not just right now. They can figure this out over time. And I think they could. So they can apply it in post, I guess would be how I would describe it. All right, here's the Q&A. One of the strengths is its stealth. Can we expect similar low signature performance from the utility variant? Currently, the base Prowler is slightly stealthier than the utility due to its military application. So again, I caught it. The other one is slightly stealthier. And I don't think that's enough stealth to consider this stealthy. You will get seen if somebody is anywhere near where you want to be, right? Cargo ships drop off and pick up from popular locations. And you have to be incredibly stealthy to be stealthy. Think F7A when it was broken, right? Think the Firebird. So there's that. With 32 SU of cargo capacity, what container configurations can you use? It's just open, so up to 16 SU on each side. Does the utility variant have limited quantity of fuel? It says 2.25 SU, and the base variant has 2. So both are fine, and that's very usable amount of fuel. What distinguishes the Prowler utility from other cargo haulers? It's stealth. I think it also has decent firepower from what it looked like. But they keep saying like ability to operate under the radar. I'm just going to go with they know something that we don't. We know there's lots of radar things that are changing. They must understand and know something that we don't. What's the whole ACS? I don't know. Take a look. I don't have the page up anymore, but it's a good question. Combination of stealth and cargo functionality makes it unique. It's currently an alien cargo ship designed with stealth profile in mind. Again, they just keep pointing out this stealth thing. So it's either marketing bullshit, which a lot of us would probably lean towards, or they know something that's going on in the background that we don't, right? So are you doing anything to improve the Prowler? The Prowler has had tons of improvements in the PTU. Critical HP values are being increased, armor damage protections increased, SCM max speed, quantum fuel capacity, damage effect on flight performance is adjusted with reduction in causes less uncontrollable torque imbalance when thrusters are destroyed. So there you go. Lots of things to make this thing viable. Oh, my headphones are dying. It's probably mostly marketing stuff that on the stealth, but they have the opportunity to do something with it, and maybe they will win a new thing. It includes the deployable size 2 remote tractor turret. Yeah, we already saw that, so we know. The utility variant includes pilot seat, co-pilot seat, and 3 jump seats. How do you envision players using it? Jump seats allow for a small crew or a few passengers in a pinch. Primarily, it's stealth-oriented medium. How is 32 SU medium nowadays? Like, that's legitimately small. It's again, like, I just don't think they understand us, or their data is just super weird, Or again, they have some plans that I just can't envision because they haven't really shared them with us. But yeah, that's such a small amount. Like, I think what it's meant to replace is like the Nomad in your like early game cargo hauling. But who the fuck is going to use this expensive ass ship for early game cargo hauling? I just don't know. So again, I keep trying to think about this, but I can't. So it features 2 size 3, so it's for weapon, and 4 size 2 shield gen. So I don't know how the shield gen compares to other ships, right? Here's where their mindset is. Here you go. Ideal for Jump Town, which they don't run. Settlements in Pyro, which again, if people are there, they will see you and stealth will not help you. Or smuggling runs. And same concept there, based on the size of the ship. So it's integrated traction beam and large cargo doors with the co-pilot. So they're going to have to adjust the gameplay. And that... I'm going to say this. I like where their thoughts are. But how it will work in game is not how they think. Right? So they're going to have to lower the cross-section a little bit. And then maybe it works. Like, their idea of having a ship for Jump Town, settlements in Pyro, or smuggling runs makes sense. Right? But with the cross-section size, even with the reduction in it, you will get found at these locations. You will get seen. And if you are seen in this game, if they want to kill you, you're usually dead if you're a cargo hauler. So I don't know, man. I'm trying to make this one work, but I can't figure it out. So unless, like, it's what Avery says and what I had mentioned earlier, unless this is actually designed for some sort of new mission type that is coming, I can't see myself using it. So I guess let me know if you guys see yourselves using it, but I just don't. So yeah, let me know what you think. But that was the Prowler utility, all the information on it that we have. And I love cargo ships. I love cargo ships that have really good designed cargo bays. That one does. But again, the size of the cargo outside of the early game of cargo missions, I just don't see it. I just don't see it.